Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, instead of our usual PTCGO deck explanation and playthrough, we are actually going to be taking a look at a very interesting Japanese deck. Recently got top 4 at a 1200 Prism tournament, so definitely a really cool deck to be looking at. It does use a lot of the new cards that we will be getting in the tag team set, which include both Jirachi and Zapdos. It's a non-GX deck, which a lot of people find very appealing, and there's a lot of support for electric type Pokemon thanks to a Lost Thunder set with Electro Power and Thunder Mountain and whatnot. So it should be an interesting deck and concept to look at. So this is a deck that got top 4 at the Japanese tournament. As you can see, we have quite a few new Pokemon, not necessarily any new supporters, item cards, or even stadiums at the moment, but we do in fact have 4 brand new Pokemon and 2 psychic Pokemon that definitely aren't seen very commonly. But let's start up with the newer Pokemon from our upcoming tag team set. So first off, we have Jirachi, which is a basic Pokemon, and I'm sure a lot of the people who have been playing for a long time will remember, or this Jirachi will remind you of a very old Jirachi. Its ability, Wish Star. Once during your turn, if this is your active Pokemon, you may look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose one trainer card you find there, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So then you shuffle the remaining cards back into your deck, and then this Pokemon is asleep. So you get a little bit of extra potential draw. Jirachi is able to look 5 cards deep into a deck, get you that Lily, get you the Ultra Ball to set up a Pokemon that you might need, gets an Escape Board, which is the nice combo with Jirachi. Escape Board actually reduces the retreat cost of the Pokemon it's attached to by 1, and if you are asleep or paralyzed, you can actually retreat anyways, right? Which in other circumstances you wouldn't be able to. So Jirachi goes back to sleep, but with Escape Board you actually don't care if it never wakes up because you are able to retreat it. And then it combos really nicely with Zapdos, not only because it searches for things like Electro Power, which will boost Zapdos' attack, but Zapdos' attack reads Assault Thunder. If this Pokemon was on your bench and became your active Pokemon this turn, this attack does 70 more damage for a total of 80 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, which is definitely a drawback to attacking with Zapdos, but it is what it is. However, the combination of Jirachi plus Zapdos is a really good one. You get to deal 80, potentially 110 damage right off the bat with a choice band. Jirachi also nets you an item card or a trainer card from the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you retreat and Zapdos is able to deal a lot of damage. Now, being a non-GX with Shrine of Punishment, it really is a pretty cool combo. Now, the next Pokemon in the lineup, and well, I guess it's important to mention that thanks to Thunder Mountain, which reduces the attack cost of lightning Pokemon by 1 lightning energy, you could potentially attack for free with a Zapdos, which is a really cool concept as well. Now we have a 2-1 Substrika line. Surprisingly enough, this new Substrika has 120 HP, it's a stage 1, and its attack rate does 30 plus. If this Pokemon evolved from Blitzel this turn, this attack does 90 more damage. So similar to Lucario GX, you deal extra damage if you evolve Blitzel into Substrika this turn. That's why we only have 1 Substrika, and the 2 energy cost can also be a little bit steep for a deck like this one, but when you manage to pull it off, you actually get a lot of benefit out of it. Now it's an interesting attack that you can also combine with Thunder Mountain, and therefore it only costs 1 energy rather than 2. It's a one-time use, realistically it's a one-time use, but it does have a higher damage output than Zapdos, so it's a really nice concept to have in the deck, because as long as you have a Blitzel down on the bench with 1 energy, you always threaten the raid damage. And if you really wanted to, you could even add the other Substrika from Lost Thunder and have access to some form of Pokemon draw. Now, other than the Substrika, we have Tapu Koko GX as our one-off GX attacker. We are a Shrine of Punishment deck, but Tapu Koko's attacks are so powerful that it is worth including. Its ability powers Tapu Koko itself, powers Tapu Koko up itself, and promotes it even, so you don't have to worry about retreat cost or anything. The Sky High Claws attack deals 130 damage, which is a really good number to be hitting when going up against non-GX decks. And finally, the Tapu Thunder GX attack deals a lot of damage and punishes opponents from being fully set up and having a bunch of energy in play. Now we also have the non-GX Tapu Koko Prism Star, which with its ability Ancestor Stance, once in your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may attach one lightning energy from your discard pile to 2 of your benched Pokemon. So you're able to power up a Blitzel and a Zapdos, or 2 Zapdos, right? Or just recover energy so that Tapu Koko can get into play, absorb them, and then deal a lot of damage. Since it does get put in the loss zone after you use the ability, it's a one-time use, which is fine. Its attack Mac Bolt probably won't be using it because it is a hefty 3 energy cost, although with Thunder Mountain it's only 2. But yeah, it's a really nice way to recover energy from the discard pile. Okay, then we also have a copy of Nihilego and Wolfet. Now, Nihilego is able to, as is the case with Ultra Beast, they always have mechanics related to the prize cards. The Nightcap attack is really cool. You can only use the attack if your opponent has exactly 2 prize cards remaining, right? Which, if they do and you are using Nihilego, it means that they won't be able to beat you next turn unless they have a Guzma on a GX attacker, which probably won't happen because you only play 1. However, you get to choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. Not the active, but any Pokemon. And it's not limited to non-GX attacks either, unlike something like Mimikyu. So Nihilego are a really good late game attacker. That's why we run Unit Energy in this deck. It helps us attack with Nihilego, it helps us attack with Wolfet, and it helps us attack with Jirachi. Jirachi and Wolfet probably not going to be used for attacking, but Nihilego is definitely a nice one-off option that we can use later on in the match to surprise an opponent. Now Wolfet is in here as well because its ability Shady Tail, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, Prism Star Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's, can't attack and have no ability. So you get to control, like you can use your Tapu Koko Prism Star's ability and then bench the Wolfet to prevent other people from using their Tapu Kokos, their Diancies, their Dittos, right? Wolfet is a very important card to cancel out Ditto to an extent. So a really good Pokemon to have just sitting on the bench. The retreat cost can definitely be a thing, but thankfully the skateboard reduces it to 1, which is not that terrible. And yeah, so a lot of options in this deck. I really like the Nihilego inclusion especially. And I was thinking of whenever we do get Zapdos, I was thinking of trying it out with a Garbler line, thanks to the fact that we can use Unit Energy with it. Now, supporters wise, nothing new. We have 4 Volkner, 4 Guzma, 2 Lily, and 2 Cynthia. The 4 Volkner makes a lot of sense because it searches for an item card and an energy. So the item card can be the Nest Ball to set up the Zapdos that we need, can be the skateboard so that we can retreat into Zapdos, or an escape rope, or one of the switches, or it can be one of the Electro Powers. Electro Powers, during this turn, your lightning Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's really good because it means that we essentially have 4 insanely good plus powers, right? So if we play more than 1 Electro Power per turn, they do stack up, and Zapdos and Substrika and Tapu Koko GX can hit a really high ceiling. Now, items wise, we have 4 Nest Ball and 4 Electro Power, of course. They are very important cards to be able to stabilize and deal extra damage. We have 3 switches so that we can switch around our Zapdoses and make sure that we are getting the maximum damage every time. And if we switch out into a Jirachi, we also get an item card or a supporter card out of it. Then we also have 2 Ultra Balls to get even more Pokemon search and potentially search for that Substrika. It's the only way that we can search for it. We have double rescue stretchers so we can recover any Pokemon we need. A single escape rope serves as a 4th switch but can also disrupt a little bit whatever your opponent is planning on doing. A single energy Lodo, that could be a 10th energy, but since it is an item card, we can essentially with Volkner search for 2 item cards, or 2 energy rather, which can be useful at some point. And it's a way we can search for the unit energy rather than just the lightning energy with Volkner. We also have triple escape board, combines really well with Jirachi as explained, and also when attached to Nihilego or Tapu Koko, Prism Star, or even the Substrika or Blitzle, they also serve as pivots for Zapdos. Double Choice Band and Double Shrine of Punishment to increase damage against GX Pokemon. And finally Thunder Mountain or Prism Star Stadium. Really cool card to have. Reduces the attacks of lightning Pokemon by 1 lightning energy, so Zapdos can attack for free, Substrika can attack for 1, Tapu Koko GX can attack for 2, Tapu Koko GX can attack for 2, so a really nice inclusion to have, or a really nice option to have. And then finally 9 basic energy, because we do intend to attack with very low amounts of energy. And so this is a deck that will likely be seeing a lot of play once we get the new set out. It's been doing really well in Japan. It hasn't quite gotten to the top of the big tournament, but there was a lot of Zapdos decks that made it all the way past top 64 at this last tournament. It has also been combined with Jolteon GX, which I'm sure we'll review at a very soon date. And so that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Zapdos Jirachi deck profile. I'm very excited to be trying out the cards for the new set when they do arrive all the way in February. It should be pretty cool to see. And that will be all from me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. It really helps out the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow for a brand new video on a Lycanroc Alolan Persian deck. Bye-bye.